In 1962, professional basketball was kind of a chancy sport. It did not have the glamour and prestige that it has today. And so there were really only about 2,000 or 3,000 people that were here for this game. Though when people started to talk about it after this amazing achievement, the audience numbers started to grow and grow and grow.
Of course, we ended up on the seats down on the floor, the best seats in the house. And when Wilt scored his 100th point, we all ran out onto the court, and I was the first one to greet him, and I shook his hand. And the referee threw him the ball, and I took the ball, went up the steps and out the door. That's exactly what I did. And I took the ball up into my bedroom, and nobody came. Nobody came to the door looking for it, or me. So the next morning, out the door we went, my buddies and I, and we played with the ball for years. We ruined the ball.
Well, number one, when the club was formed back in the old Ice Palace, I understand that out of gratitude, the Hershey Club awarded Milton Hershey ticket number 1. He was number 1 membership. And he was so gratified that the story goes that he went in his office and shoved everything off his desk and dictated a letter of gratitude to the club for being nominated number 1 member.
I was a rink rat here in the rink back in the 50s. And the show came to town, Capades and Ice Follies both. And there's 35 girls in Ice Follies and not too many guys, so I figured that might be a nice place to go. So I auditioned here in Hershey and joined in Philadelphia around Christmas time. And that was probably 1957, 56, right around there. And I stayed with Follies till 60 through 61 show. I wasn't a fancy skater, I was just a rink rat.
And February 14th, which was Valentine's Day, happened also to be JoJo Starbuck's birthday. So we were looking a way to celebrate and decided to present roses to her before the show started. And someone said, "Do you have any children?" I said, "Yes, I have 2 little girls." They said, "That'd be great." So I think my wife Sally got them dressed in identical dresses, and JoJo Starbuck skated over to the seats at the appropriate time, and our daughter Kelly and our daughter Kate presented her with roses.
And even though Hershey was, a relatively small venue, there were many entertainers that came to Hershey, particularly because they personally enjoyed the experience of performing here so much.
Liberace is the one that always stood out because after the event, he'd come up to the Bears Den here, and he'd bring his whole cast up there, and Ma Gordon, who made the famous baked beans, she had her baked beans and coleslaw.
Catherine Mom Gordon is the woman that raised my father. She was a special lady, and everybody from Liberace through Richard Dwyer to anybody that ever came in contact with her always called her Mom because they reminded them of their mom. And she struck up an acquaintance with Liberace after her husband died. She was out in California, and they met. And she's the reason why Liberace started coming to Hershey, to the sports arena, because of her. And he said, "I'm only coming if Mrs. Gordon, if Mom makes the baked beans and the pepper slaw."
And one year they wanted to book an extra show, and his manager was like, "Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's just too much." And the Hershey employee said, "Well, you tell Liberace that if he comes, Mom Gordon will bake her baked beans for him." And you know what? He came.